Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing what do they secretly want you to know for all of my Virgos out there. So let's get after it. Okay. Sun, rising Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, rising Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus, and Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. What do they secretly want to tell all of my fellow Virgos out there? What do they secretly want to tell all of my fellow Virgos out there? Cards. Okay, that feels great. Okay. Well, it felt great. All right, so first, want to tell you there's a lot of arguments and disputes. They really want to be argumentative, arguing a perspective and point of view. Okay. So they really want to argue the point with you. This would be an X. All right. There's an X here that really wants to argue their perspective and their point of view here. I'm getting this hint here. They want to be somewhat apologetic. They want to be apologetic, and they want to, they want to give you a rationale and a reason why they engaged in sneaky behavior. Okay, all right. So, rightly or wrongly, they've come to the realization that, hey, I've learned my lesson. I know we had a lot of arguments and disputes. The reason, in other words, what they're trying to say here is the reason why they engaged in the sneaky behavior is because of all the arguments and disputes. So there was a thinking on their part that the relationship was kind of over, kind of falling apart, if you will. And that's why they kind of started to engage in somewhat engage in other things outside of the relationship. Now, there's been this removal of a burden to them, which is they've come and they've seen the light, if you will. Okay, they have admitted, they will admit that they have been rather, they were rather immature about how they handle it with the Page of Swords. They were rather immature about how they handle things. They realize now that they were at fault. The fighting was very immature. The things that were fought about were very immature. Again, the sneaky behavior, their mindset anyway, is that it was over. Now, I want to stress here that this X that I'm talking about is an X from a distant past. This is not like someone that you recently... It could be, but I'm not feeling like it kind of is. I'm thinking like this is an X from a little bit ago, from a ways back. Okay, this is not someone that you were recently engaged in a relationship with. This is someone. This could be the person before that person, or maybe 2 or 3 people behind. But this is something that was in the distance, not necessarily anything that was necessarily present in the present, if you will. Okay. So there's basically like this person is like, communicating with you about the different things that happened during that time, and the immaturity that took place and things of that nature. They also want to tell you that they've never found anyone better than you were. They believe that you guys are twin flames, that you guys do belong together, if you will. That they've had the time to think and contemplate about these situations. And they also want to let you know that they've Knight of Swords, that they've changed, that they've cut out a lot of that toxicity, if you will, that they were dealing with, a lot of the problems that they had before, emotional issues. They dealt with a lot of that, and they've cut a lot of that out. Knight of Swords is all about cutting out that stuff. So they cut a lot of that behavior, that mindset. They cut it out, if you will. And they have a very strong sense of passion and strength when it comes to being more dedicated to this to relationships at this point. So in other words, things for them have come full circle, if you will. All right, and they secretly want to tell you that. All right. So with that being said, so what is what are the potential blockages, you know, that could potentially keep you guys apart? Okay, what are the potential blockages? What are the potential blockages here keeping you guys apart? What are the potential blockages here keeping you guys apart? One more shuffle. There you go. Okay, so these are all the potential blockages here. Number one, Knight of Swords. The belief, if those things have truly been cut out, if that behavior has truly been cut out, that's a blockage. You know, do you believe what this individual is telling you? Do you believe it? Okay. And because there's this sense of you don't know if you should believe this individual or not, you got the Nine of Wands here. There's a bit of apprehension, if you will. A little bit of apprehension there. Because you're not sure if you can believe what this person is telling you, necessarily. There's also a fear of a third party engagement here. You know? That they're trying to have their cake and eat it too here. You know, you want to believe them. You want to believe that this person is telling you the truth, but do you really? Do you really? Okay? Because, you know, if you do engage in a relationship, you're looking for a long-term committed relationship. You're not looking to engage in anything even remotely resembling a situation where someone is going to cheat on you, and constantly wonder if you can truly trust this individual. You kind of past that at this point. You know, you want a situation that's balanced. Okay, Two of Pentacles. You want something that's where you can balance this out here. That you can, you know, that you know, you're going to get as good as you give, and there's going to be a moderation. There's going to be an equal give and take here. All right, and you know, you're not too sure if you can really trust this situation, this individual, because this person did hurt you. Okay, you were hurt from this. And if that's the case, then you might as well, you figure you might as well just be single. Nine of Pentacles. You might as well just, because right now you're okay. You're okay being single. It's not the preferred status, but again, you can do bad by yourself. You don't need help to do that. So you would just rather just be single. Okay. Now, you know, there may be a little bit of immaturity on your part, okay? A little bit of immaturity on your part. There's been some distance here. Like I said, there's been some time. This isn't a situation where, this was, you know, a couple of like 2 or 3 months ago. This could be a situation that's a little bit further back. I'm feeling that it's a little bit further back, and it may be a little bit immature on your part to be like, yeah, right, you know. But because you're not really allowing for this person to have changed, okay? It's somewhat unreasonable with the amount of time that's elapsed between point A to point B. All right, yeah, you know. But with that being said, there's an understanding because you were hurt. So once bitten, twice shy. So there is that. And also here, along with that, being a little fearful of that, also you're looking for something fresh, something new, okay, a rebirth, a renewal, if you will, okay, new hope, something new, something fresh, okay. So you don't necessarily want to go backwards. You kind of want to go forwards. All right. So these are all of the things that could potentially be problematic. Okay. Alrighty. So with that being said, let's see what additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down here. What additional information does Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information does Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information does Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information does Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? Time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. So in other words, Spirit saying, you know what? It's time for a quantum leap. It's time to move past this situation. Okay? It's time for a makeover, a do-over. So the instincts that you're feeling about not wanting to go backwards, you know, that's a pretty accurate argument, because you want to kind of make over, you want to redo things, you want to fresh start, something new here. Okay? So you want a quantum leap, going farther into the future. You don't want to so much concentrate on the past. This person very well could have changed. Okay, this is a possibility, but you know, you've taken what you've needed from that experience, and now it's time to move on to greener pastures, if you will. So just to move, you should move a little further from this. In addition, here you got one with the sun, be one with the light, and so you know, you're potentially in a good place now. Okay, or moving towards a good place. So be one with that light. Okay, you've healed. You've learned the lesson. That was a teachable moment. So you learned what you needed to learn from that situation. And even though this person may have changed, okay, may have seen the light, at this point in this point in your life, that's not where you need to go. I'm not saying that may not be potential there in the future. Okay, you know, maybe a year or two from now, but right now, you know, there's still a little bit further that you need to get to rediscover yourself, or discover things about yourself. Okay, and finally here, how much good can you handle? Well, you know what? Explore the upward spiral grace. So again, keep moving forward. Go forward. Keep that thing in the rearview mirror. Keep moving forward. The best is yet to still come. All right. So, like, I want to clarify the statement. I'm not saying that at some point in the, possibly even in the near future. Okay. The end of this year, maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, that particular potential situation won't be worth exploring. I'm not saying it won't be worth exploring, but I'm saying for the time being, at least, it's, you know, it's not the best to kind of go there. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Right now, this particular situation may not exactly be the best situation for you to endeavor in, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so keep moving forward. So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone. If it does resonate with you, however, and you want to know more about this particular situation, feel free to get a personal reading. I'll leave a link down below. If this does not resonate with you and you want to know more about your particular situation, again, I'll leave the link down below. Of course, as always, if you haven't already, please like and please share and absolutely subscribe. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I will absolutely positively see you next time. Promise.